Want to stitch something up festive before the holiday chaos hits? I've got you. I'm Marley Bird, your By Crafty bestie, and this is your official invite to the Sleigh the Holiday Mystery Cowl Make-Along, where knitters and crocheters, yes both, are stitching up a secret colorwork cowl together this July. It's totally free to join, and over the course of 2 weeks, each part of the pattern is revealed to you sort of like an advent calendar. Think of this as a little gift to yourself. And if you're looking for that uninterrupted crafting experience, then treat yourself with a pattern upgrade. You will find all of the written instructions, the video tutorials, the charts, extra information regarding stitch fiddle, and a bunch of bonuses all inside of the Marley Bird House. It's definitely the best way for you to slay with style. Let's stitch now, sparkle later, and actually have a handmade holiday look ready before the rush. Join me and hundreds of others as we slay this cowl together. I'll see you soon. Well, you'd think that this would allow me to... Okay. Any day now. There I am. I'm like, why is this not letting me select the view I want? So I cannot seem to select a different view. So here we are right now until I can get this figured out. You would think, given that it's, a Thursday night, I'd be able to do this without any trouble, but apparently not. Hey, there we go. Howdy, hi. Hey, neighbors. What is happening? So welcome to the Marley Bird YouTube channel and the Marley Bird Facebook page. Now I am going to go ahead and make my piece here show me full screen, and hopefully I'll be able to see the chat as well. So we will see if this will work out for me. I don't know. So hi guys, I am very excited to have you here today and to be able to answer any questions you might have regarding the Sleigh the Holiday Cowl Mystery Make-Along. And it begins tomorrow. And so just to kind of give you the quick rundown, besides the promo that we just did, tomorrow we'll begin the cowl, the cowls, which are a knit cowl and a crochet cowl. Both patterns will be free on the website, and they are dropped out in sections. So tomorrow we will start off with section 1, and think of it as just a little tiny section. We're just trying to get you introduced to it. Plus I know we're going to have people who are excited who still need to get their yarn over the weekend. So this first section is not going to take you very long. It's going to be just this little nibble, but by the time Monday comes around, that's when we're hitting the ground running, and we've got a whole lot of color work that we will be jumping in with. So we start off with the cowls that are free on the website, or you can have a treat to yourself and do the pattern upgrade, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But the pattern upgrade is essentially you're buying a pattern that has been supersized and is inside of the Marley Bird House. Okay, so that is for the cowls. Then we also have the Not So Ugly holiday sweaters. Now those are exclusive to the VIP experience. So if you do the VIP experience, not only do you get the pattern upgrade for the cowls, you also get the Not So Ugly holiday sweater. And again, you can purchase just the knit or just the crochet, or you could purchase both if you're By Crafty. More than welcome to purchase both of those if you want at an extremely reasonable price, given that my patterns for sweaters with all the options you're going to get range from $15 to $20. And the cowl that we're doing with all the options you're getting would be about $20. You're actually getting the VIP price. If you're getting it today, it's only $20. So you're getting all the sweater and the cowl pattern upgrade for $20. It's a heck of a deal, but that ends at midnight. Okay. So at midnight tonight, the prices are going to go up, and you might be thinking, Marley, well, why is that? First off, Marley, it's a free cowl. What do you mean prices? You're absolutely right. This is a free make along. No matter what, you don't have to purchase anything. This is a free make along. You can follow along with the instructions as they are released on the Marley Bird website and the videos as they're here on the Marley Bird YouTube channel, and you could be a-okay. But if you're looking to do that pattern upgrade so that you get an uninterrupted crafting experience and all of the information is organized and sorted for you inside of your Marley Bird house, after tonight, the pattern price will be going up because details of what you will be making will be shown tomorrow. We will be talking a little bit more in depth, and you will see a little bit more of what you're making. So think of this as you're getting rewarded for joining the make along before you know what is going on. Now, I get it. A mystery make along is not for everybody, and I totally understand that. And so if you are at all uncomfortable with the mystery make along, I encourage you just to wait and see if it's for you, like if you like what we're making, and then you can join in later on. The information is always there, and it's available for you to purchase or to follow along for free whenever you want. Okay. So those prices are going to go up. Now, when it comes to the pattern upgrade, what do I mean by that? So let's talk about the pattern upgrade specifically, because that is about the cowls. And just so you guys know, the link to all of this, like to look at all the information, whether you want to do the pattern upgrade or the VIP or just follow along with the free, the pattern link is in the video description box below. Okay. You could always just go to marleybird.com and go to the blog, and you'll see where it says Slay the Holiday as one of the posts. That's all you're going to. And so you can decide what you want to do from there. But the pattern upgrade, there's one for knit, one for crochet, and they're both cowls. The crochet cowl, we are making top down. The knit cowl, we're making bottom up. We have charts that are included with the Dancer's Delight knit cowl and a chart that's included with the Vixen's Vibe crochet cowl. Then all of the information will also be separated into individual modules. So you'll have any charts that include, if we do any color blocks, if there's any sort of extra sets of instructions, they're all in their own little module. So it's all divided up just as if you were taking a class from me. It's all divided up and organized. Okay. But on top of that, there are bonuses. Okay. So for the crochet cowl, there are an additional 3 charts that are different from the Vixen's Vibe that you could swap those out with the Vixen Vibe chart and have 3 additional patterns. Does that make sense? So it's like you're getting 4 patterns for the price of 1. All right. So that's for the crochet one. For the knit one, I had a little bit more fun. For the knit one, you're getting 5 additional charts. So we have the one that we're using for Dancer's Delight. Then there's 5 additional charts. Now, some of those will use all the colors. Some of them just use like 3 or 4 colors. Like there's different options because they're bonuses, right? Like this one over here uses all the colors I suggest. These over here, some of them use all of them. Some of them use some. Like it's just a variety. So you can pick and choose. So for this, it's like you're getting 6 patterns for the price of 1. And so all of that is included inside of the pattern upgrade. Okay. Now you're thinking to yourself, I love the Marley Bird house. I love everything about it. I always get what's in the Marley Bird house because Marley always throws extra in there. And you're right, I do. I try and make it to where it's an easy purchase for you, so to speak. I don't want you to have to hem and haw and really question whether you want it or not. I want you to be like, well, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to get that no matter what, right? Or maybe this is the first time you've ever even ventured into getting something inside of the Marley Bird house, because this is literally the cheapest thing I've ever put in the Marley Bird house. $10. Like today, $10 for a cowl. I've never put anything that cheap inside the Marley Bird house. So this is a really great introduction to how I run events inside the birdhouse with VIP experience or any sort of other make along. Okay. With the pattern upgrade, you are just getting the cowls, right? But maybe you're like, I love the idea of a cowl, but I also love the idea of a holiday sweater, of a Christmas sweater. And Marley, you haven't steered me wrong before. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the VIP upgrade. Do I just get the sweaters with the VIP upgrade? No. You get the sweater pattern for the knit or crochet, and you get the cowl pattern for the knit or crochet. So the upgrade pattern and the sweater, that's what you get for the VIP experience. So with the sweater, the knit one is made top down. So it's opposite the cowl, right? Cowl for the knit is bottom up. Sweater for the knit is top down. Cowl for the crochet is top down. Cowl for the knit is bottom up. Okay. For the knit version, it is not just a pattern. It is a pattern with full charts for each of the sizes. So there is a chart that shows like the increases on the yoke of your sweater for each of the sizes. So you can follow along specifically for your size. Okay, you see how that works? So every single size has their own specific chart, including the written information, the written instructions for what you're going to do. Plus, of course, my video tutorials, and you're also going to get the stitch fiddle link. So if you wanted to change up any colors, you could do that. Like there's a variety of extras that come into getting the VIP Not So Ugly Christmas sweater. For the knitters, it's more than just a pattern that you would buy on Ravelry. This is literally like not a crash course. This is a full-blown invitation for you to have guaranteed success, because I'm giving you all of the tools you could possibly need to make the sweater, other than having me sit there literally by your side and holding the needles for you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm giving you everything I could possibly give you to complete this knit sweater. And the knit sweater, you have an option to just keep the color work on the yoke. You have an option to do the color work for the full body, or you have an option for an alternative yoke motif that is slightly different than the one that I've designed for the You'll Be Stylin' knit sweater. So it's like you have another sweater. So it's almost like you're getting 3 sweaters for the price of 1. And so there's 3 sweaters. And remember, with the knit cowl, there are 6 charts. So you're getting 6 cowl patterns and 3 sweater patterns for $20. So it's 9 patterns for $20. But again, that goes away at midnight. The price is going to be increased at midnight, because tomorrow it all starts and the price must go up. So that's where we are. Okay, so that's 9 patterns. That's the knit version. Crochet version, that is the Workshop Wonderland crochet sweater. We are making that sweater bottom up. The color work on that sweater is around the bottom portion. Okay, we're not doing color work up here. We're doing color work down around the bottom portion. And the great thing about that sweater is I have the sweater design that I did on the bottom portion. I will give you a little tip here. I did ornaments. They're like ornaments on the bottom of that sweater. I know Robin's like, why are you telling them? I'm just telling you right now. On that sweater, it's like ornaments on the bottom. But you don't have to do the ornaments, because I've also charted out, I think, more than 20 different charts that you could swap out and pick and choose how you want to create your sweater. Maybe you don't want ornaments and you want penguins. You could put those at the bottom. Like there's a whole option for you. And the great thing is, because there are 9 sizes for the crochet, right? There are 5 sizes for the knit, but they're grouped. So it does go from extra small to 5X. But for the crochet one, each one is individual. So there's 9 sizes. And each one has its own like stitch count. So like some of them might have 20 stitch repeats, some of them might have 21, some of them might have 22, some of them might have 23. So all of the charts are divided up to where these are all the 20 stitch repeat charts. These are all the 21 stitch repeat charts. These are all the 22 stitch repeat charts. So depending on what size you're making and what stitch pattern repeat yours uses, you have all the charts for you and the stitch fiddle links so that you can put together your own sequence of charts that you want to create for the bottom of your sweater, right? So let me take a drink real quick. So for that, think of it this way. I mean, I know there's at least 20 charts. So let's just assume it's 20 plus the ornament one that I'm doing. So let's just say that's 21 charts. Say that you did the sweater and you just used one chart, you know, like you change the chart every single time. That's like 21 different sweaters, right? So now you have a crochet sweater pattern that you have the one pattern, you have 20 more options you can do. So it's like 21 patterns plus the 4 cowl essential patterns you get. So that's like 25 patterns for $20. until midnight. My son thinks I'm crazy. As you guys know, Josiah is working with me this summer, and this is his first real introduction to how I run my make-alongs and how I do my events and how I build up the content in the Marley Birdhouse and what I offer to my audience. And he just keeps saying, stop putting stuff in there, Mom. He's like, you're just giving things away. And I'm like, I know, but I feel like it's important that you guys are getting value to everything that you put money forth towards. I mean, money is so tight nowadays. I want to make sure you feel like you're getting everything that you could possibly get. And of course, along with all that, like I said, the Stitch Fiddle links, you also are getting the video tutorials of me walking you through how to make the sweater from the bottom up. We are going to talk about how to use Stitch Fiddle, and we're going to talk about doing gauge in the round. And that is true for all of the patterns. Okay. Now, one of the other bonuses that you get, yes, there's more. It's like, but wait, there's more. The other bonus that you will get for the pattern upgrade patterns and the sweater patterns, okay, there is a bonus gauge swatch pattern that you guys get, so that way you can kind of work on something in the round as your gauge swatch and have an actual something. And so there is a specific one that we are giving out to the crocheters and one for the knitters. So right there, you get an added bonus. So there's another bonus pattern that's in there. So what does that make? 26 for the VIP crochet and is that, what I say, 9? Is that, did I say 9 or 10? I don't know. 10 for the knit. I don't know. I'm just losing track. I'm losing track. I guess the overall takeaway is whether you are participating with the free make along, or you're upgrading to the VIP upgrade, or you're getting the pattern upgrade, there's something for everybody. Okay. Now, one thing that somebody did ask me before is, if you're doing the free make along, do you get the charts? Absolutely, you do. You will get the charts. You will not get the Stitch Fiddle links, and your chart will be separated out for each section. You will not see the full chart as a whole on yours until it's completely released. Pattern upgraders, you will see all of yours, and then we will do videos for each of the charts along the way, so that you know what to expect, and they're separated out in the modules, so you will get to see the full aspect of what your piece will look like in chart form. Okay. All right, so that is my big rundown. Like I said, you can get all of this information if you go to marleybird.com/blog, and then go to the blog post about Sleigh the holiday, or just click the link that's in the video description box below. Now, I have to change my view here so that way I can see the comments, because right now it is not showing me any of the comments. So I've got to change my view. So give me just a second as I try and make this work. I'm trying this new here. So I got to move this to a different screen so I can see everything. All right, here we are. There are so many of you. Hello, guys. I'm so happy that you are here today joining us for this fun little make-along, or not make-along, this little impromptu questionnaire, I don't know, video. What am I trying to say? I guess at the end of the day, I had a lot of people sending me email questions regarding the make along. And I was like, you know what? I think I should just get on, do a quick live and try and answer some questions. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, let me close out this window so I can see your window. All right. Okay, a lot of you are here saying hello. I'm so happy to see you here, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. Hi, Julia. It's always nice to see you. And Stacy is always a big hit. Stacy has just about every single item inside the Marley Birdhouse. Like, if there is somebody who needs to talk you into or explain to you why the Marley Birdhouse is such an investment in yourself, Stacy's the one to do it. Like, she is amazing. Same with Julia. Like, you guys are great. It's really awesome. Hello, Christina Baker. Yes, it's like Christmas Eve. It sort of feels like that, doesn't it? It sort of feels like it's Christmas Eve. Megan says, we can see you. Good. I'm glad. I know, technology. So you can tell I'm going up to the top. Stacy says she just finished her Shoop 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 cardigan after I saw one of the kids' reels. That makes me so happy, because that is one of my favorite cardigans. And you know what's funny? Angela is the one that modeled that in the reel, and she put it on. She was like, oh, Marley, I would absolutely wear this one. And I was like, girl, that one has like a partner to it. And so then I had her put on the I can't remember the names anymore, but the long sleeve one. And then I had her put on the like the one that was made with worsted weight yarn. And she's like, these are fabulous. And I'm like, I know they are. Hello, Stephanie, and hello, Red Hooked. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you guys very much. And don't forget, if there's anybody out there that you know is on the fence about joining this make along, let them know they have time. I know it starts tomorrow. They do have time. But you can send them this video tonight. So that way, if they wanted to do the upgrade, they have a chance to get it at the discounted price, but they can always get the upgrade later, or they can always just choose to follow along with the free make along version. And as you guys know, that one is supported by ads on my website. And I get it. I hate ads too, you guys. I hate them, but they are a necessary evil for me to be able to provide free content. If I did not have ads, everything I would have to be paid for. And I just don't want to do that. I want to give people an option to have a free version if that's what their budget can allow. So it's very important to me that we do that. Okay, Michelle Peters, she says, my Swancho is blocking and I'm ready to go. Oh, Michelle, I cannot wait to see yours. Do you know that Josiah, he was making fun of me about always talking about the Swancho for so much time and stuff. And then now, as he's promoting a lot of my patterns and stuff here on social media, he keeps talking to me about the Swanchos. He's like, Mom, those are so pretty and they're so different than anything I've seen on the internet because they're super colorful and they're really uniquely you. And I was like, oh, well, thank you, honey. So it's the Swanchos now. And so Michelle, I hope you love yours as much as I love mine. Like, I cannot wait till it starts to cool off so I can wear mine more because I definitely want to do that. Sandra says, I'm planning on making the not so ugly holiday sweater. I'm hoping the yarn I have works. Sandra, I hope so too. The biggest thing when it comes to the yarn, whether you're doing the knit version or the crochet version, it's going to be all about the gauge. Now, we didn't talk about this very much. The crochet version of the Swancho uses a Luxe Merino, which is a DK or sport weight yarn. It's a very thin sort of yarn. And using the larger hook that I use, we're getting a larger gauge than we actually got with the Swancho, just a slightly larger gauge. And I think that it's really important that we're getting that gauge. We want to make sure if you're crocheting, you don't want your fabric to be really stiff. That's the big thing. We want to make sure we're not getting a very stiff fabric. We want to make sure we have a little bit of flow to it, right? For knitters, we are using a worsted weight yarn, and I chose an acrylic yarn. I'm using Impeccable, and I used a size 8 needle for this, and my gauge for this is a little bit tighter than the Swancho. So it's a little bit tighter versus looser than the Swancho. Because it just worked out better to make it a little bit tighter for the stitch counts that I needed and to make it so that it's a close fit sweater. This is not oversized. The Swancho was oversized. These patterns, they are not oversized. They are considered close fit, which is 2 to 4 inches from your total body is considered a close fit. So that's what we size these for, is a close fit. So yeah, you should be able to try out different yarns you might have in your stash. As long as you're able to get gauge or maintain gauge, everything should be a-okay. So it looks like AP Nan, she says she's purchased. I'm excited to have you a part of this. I'm very happy. Beverly says, hey all, so looking forward to this, anxiously awaiting my yarn delivery. I got a late start. Beverly, no worries at all. Like I said, the first part of this mystery make along is a very, very small snippet of instructions. And I did that on purpose. I don't like to try and overwhelm people at the very start because I feel like you run the risk of losing people immediately. So I kept it very, 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 very simple. For knitters, you will be doing very simple cast on stitches and some very simple instructions that are going to go along with that. For crocheters, same thing, very simple set of instructions, and you are going to dabble in to the color work a little bit. You're going to get introduced to color work a little bit on yours. That's for the cowls. For the knitters, for the sweater, we're going to start off very similar to the way we did the Swancho. We're going to start off with the ribbing at the top, and then we're going to go into our neck shaping for the back and the neck to raise up a little bit. So we're going to start off with that. Crocheters, you're starting at the bottom of the edging, and we're going to do a little bit of the start. You're going to get introduced to the color work. And so, but it's just this, it's this little tiny bit of instructions you're going to do before we jump into the big body of color work. So you have time. All of that is to say, Beverly, you have time. You should be able to get everything done. I mean, probably 2-3 hours max. And so, you know, if you work it on Friday or you work at it over the weekend or whatever it is, you're going to have plenty of time. Mindy says 1 for every day of the week almost. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, the sweater, the sweaters and the cowls. Yeah, there's a lot. There's something for every day of the week. Janet says, I bought both. Are you by Crafty, Janet? Hopefully you're by Crafty just like me. I love people who are able to knit and crochet. And if you're ever interested in learning to knit or crochet and you can't do one or the other, everybody out there, check out By Crafty Bootcamp right here on YouTube. I am actively working on putting By Crafty Bootcamp inside of the Marley Birdhouse, and it will be another very affordable course that I will be putting out there to, again, introduce people to how the Marley Birdhouse works and to get you on the track of, wow, this is an amazing way to learn outside of YouTube. So that's my goal there. Let's see here. Julia says, sounds like a mix and match charts on the bottom of the sweater. Sounds like a mix and match charts on the bottom of my sweater. You can do that, Julia. You can figure things out. The biggest thing, your stitch counts will all be the same, right? But obviously the charts, the different row counts are different for each chart. So you'd have to figure out, you know, how many rows you want to have on the bottom of your sweater, and then have the chart fit in to what you want. Where is the link for the patterns, please? Annette, the link to the patterns, if you want the free pattern, those links will be provided in the blog post actually tomorrow. I will add the links in there, but I will also be emailing the link to the instructions for the free version to everybody who signs up. So if you want to be a part of the make along, you do have to sign up at Marley Bird. If you go to that, I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. This is late at night, y'all. If you go to marleybird.com and you go to that blog post that I was mentioning, you'll actually see on there is a form for you to fill out to sign up for the event. And you just have your full name and your email address. And then you have to confirm that you've signed up for the event. And after you've done that, that puts you on my email list. And so I will be able to specifically send you an email regarding the patterns as they're released each day. Now, as far as the event itself, so that way we make sure everybody has the link, here is the link to the main blog post with all the information. This is where you will find the free pattern links. Okay, so they're going to be emailed to you, but you'll find the free pattern links in here as they are listed. You'll also find the pattern upgrade options. So you'll see the buttons that you could click to go and purchase the pattern upgrades. Or underneath that, you'll see where there are buttons for the VIP upgrade, which remember, you get the pattern upgrade for the cowls when you get the VIP. You also get the sweaters. Okay, so that is how that goes. Maybe I can, let's see here. Lisa, hi Lisa. Can't wait until tomorrow. I bought the video of the VIP experience for the crochet. Fantastic. And then Rusilla, finishing my Swancho tonight. Can't hardly wait to begin Christmas. I always get the VIP. I love the birdhouse. Thank you so much. That makes me so happy. Stephanie, I finished my goldenrod cardigan a couple days ago. I love the goldenrod cardigan. I am wearing it to the trip next week. Oh, the one to St. Louis. I'll share pictures with the Minions group later. Fantastic. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Is Maggie going on that trip with you? Okay, Stacy. See, here's Stacy. Marley Birdhouse. Absolutely worth the price of admission. You will have everything you will need to complete any project and so many bonus patterns and extras. Stacy, you're not lying. That's what I try and do for sure. And Stephanie says, I got the VIP for the crochet cowl, which is awesome because Stephanie, like you just said, you're going to be away next week, right? So having the VIP or the pattern upgrade, any of it, you're going to have unlimited access to it inside the Marley Birdhouse. So it's there waiting for you whenever you're ready. So you get to work on anything. on your time frame. Now, of course, during the make along, the information is dripped out over the course of 2 weeks. But once all those modules are open, you can go in and look at anything you want whenever you want, and it's all just right there waiting for you for sure. Let's see here. Tara says, sorry, just got back on, but I have a question on the knitting portion. I am not a confident knitter. Is the cowl beginner friendly? Tara, here's going to be my honest answer. I have made the cowl as beginner friendly as it could be for if you're introduced to color work. So it does have a little bit more advanced color work in it, in that some of the motifs have 3 colors in it instead of just 2, but you could always just make it with 2 colors and then go back and do a duplicate stitch with the 3rd color if you want to. If you've never done color work before, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think this would be my first choice for a color work project. If you've never done it before, I don't think this would be my first choice. I think there are other things you could try out first. And then when you feel like you're a little bit comfortable with it, this would be a good introduction. And the only reason I say that is because some of the motifs on there, like they're rather large motifs. You're going to have some long floats and you need to be used to that. So I want to say yes, but at the same time, I want to be honest with you, and I don't want you to get in and feel like you're over your head. So if you've never done color work before and you're a little bit hesitant with any sort of more advanced knitting, you need to be comfortable with your knitting, I think, before you venture into this. I hope that answers your question. Julia says that she's hoping her yarn will arrive tomorrow. Christy says, is the crochet cowl left-hand friendly? I mean, the charts, you could for right-handers, you read the chart right to left. For left-handers, you could read it from left to right. So, I mean, in theory, yes, you just like any other pattern you do, you just follow it the opposite direction. Like there are no words, so you don't have to worry about something being misspelled backwards. You would just read it the opposite direction. Does that make sense? Let's see here. Janet, I've done more crochet and just a few knit, but I figured I'd try. You know what? You could give it a try, Janet. There are so many options for you. And if you are interested in more colorwork sort of items, you could always check out campcolorwork.com. And in there are knitting instructions and crochet instructions for a variety of different colorwork techniques. And so you can really dive in with those and learn a whole lot of skills with Camp Colorwork. And that is also inside the Marley Birdhouse. It's a great resource to go back to refresh your memory about different things. Like it is a fantastic way to get a little bit more comfortable with colorwork knitting and colorwork crochet. Beverly says, I'm by Crafty as well, but decided to go with just the knit cowl right now because of time constraints. I totally understand that. And I hope you love it as much as I do. Like I'm really loving it a lot. Okay, Lindsay, registering for the birdhouse. It's not something you register for, but whenever you purchase a product that is inside the birdhouse, you are automatically registered. All that means is at that point in time, you will have a login and a password that you can log into your own account inside the birdhouse, and you will see any of the products that you purchased inside of your own account. So it's like you have your own little birdhouse inside of the birdhouse. So it isn't a place that you have to like register for and like pay a membership for or anything like that. It's literally just product based. I have a variety of VIP experiences, pattern upgrades, workshops, bundles, a variety of things like that are available for purchase inside the Marley Birdhouse. You could go to marleybirdhouse.com and see all the things that I have available for purchase. And then if any of those strike your fancy and you want to get them, the minute you buy it, it will then automatically be put into your own account inside of the Marley Birdhouse. Okay. Stephanie says, yep, that trip. Going solo this year. I did a little other color work on the collar and the sleeves. Great. I love that you make things unique and your own. Hello, Leslie. Leslie got the VIP, especially because my yarn for the cowls hasn't arrived yet. Totally fine. But I do have all the yarn for both knit and crochet sweaters. Very excited. Leslie, I hope you love it. I hope you're able to take your time and enjoy the process the whole way through, especially now that we have everything inside of your birdhouse. We got that taken taken care of. Leslie was one of the people, for some reason, technology just likes to mess up sometimes. But Leslie didn't have one of the items in her birdhouse because she accidentally misspelled her email. Happens all the time, you guys. But we got it taken care of. So if ever there is any sort of issue, all you need to do is reach out to the customer support team. It's me and Sharon and Chrissy. We're all there. We try and tag team as much as we can, but we're there to help you out whenever possible. So if you have a question, just reach out to contact@marleybird.com and we will be able to help you out as quickly as we can. Like we're not on it 24/7 clearly, but we try to do it the best we can. Can you please tell me what size DPNs I need? So on the DPNs, I'm pretty sure it was in the list of all, like it says like size 8. It gave a list of all the different lengths, and then it says DPNs. They're size 8 DPNs. So it's like size 8, and then these are all the different types you need. So it's a size 8 DPN, and those are really used for the sweater sleeves, or you could use, circulars or magic loop. They're also for an I-cord if you're doing an I-cord, because you could always do a circular needle for an I-cord as well. DPNs just make it easier. So that's all the DPN is for. So when you read the list and it says set of 4 DPNs, it's all written all within like size 8 needles, and it tells you all the things that you need, like what sizes you need of that size 8 needle. Let's see here. I mean, technically I could. I have done this in the past, and honestly, there are not enough left-handed individuals out there to take the time to go and do that, if that makes any sense. So yes, you don't have to mirror the charts for the left-handers. Like the charts are like they work either way. Like you don't have to mirror them. You don't have to mirror them. You could read it from right to left or left to right. You don't have to do that at all. Let's see here. Okay, I think I got all the questions. Hello, Felicia. How are you today? Okay, so are there any other specific questions anybody has for the cowls or the not so ugly Christmas sweaters, or the Marley Birdhouse, or when does everything start? Okay, so I'm going to jump in with that. Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m., so just after lunch Eastern time, is when everything will drop, so to speak. That's when everything opens up. I very, very seldom, rarely ever do anything first thing in the morning. I always do it at noon or just after noon. So that's when everything will follow along, or that's when everything drops. That's when everything will open. If for some reason technology craps out on me, don't fret. Everything will go up, I promise. If there are any sort of questions or anything that you have about the project that we're working on, the instructions, there are going to be dedicated threads inside the Marley Bird Facebook group. So it's the Marley's Minions by Crafty Community Facebook group. There will be threads in there that you can ask questions. We'll be able to go in and help each other out and encourage one another and share our works in progress. So make sure that you are a part of the Marley's Minions Facebook group. Let's see here. What else am I looking for? Kathleen, how long have you been making knitting charts? Literally since I started knitting. But these ones, they're just color charts. So they're not as difficult. For the cowls. For the knitting, there's actually like shaping going on for the yokes that are showing for the sweaters. Stacy says, then I just read the chart or row backwards, because Stacy is left-handed. Stacy says, I'm a lefty and I just follow the right-handed instructions unless it's something that can't be mirrored. And there are no words on this. You should be able, like everything works both ways. Yeah, let's see here. Sounds like you guys are excited. I hope you love it as much as I do. I hope that the idea of a mystery sort of adventure does not terrify you. And if it does, I get it. I understand. you can wait. I mean, everything will be out at the end of the month. Like, it's not like you're waiting forever. And if it's something you're like, gosh, I really like that, and you want to tackle one before Christmas, well, shoot, you have a whole bunch of time that you can do one of these projects. You know what I mean? And this is not going to be our last make along. Like, we have this Sleigh the Holiday make along. We also have a this or that make along coming up, which it could be you make this or you can make that. We also have First Fall. We also have Turkey Trot. We also have Jolly Holiday, which is not a make along, but it's a collection of patterns that are all fantastically priced. And that we give away for free each day during the 24 days of quickies. And on top of that, we also have a brand new workshop or masterclass coming out from Robin for all of the crocheters out there that you are going to absolutely love. It is fantastic. So there's a whole lot of stuff still going on here at Marley Bird headquarters. And so Lauren, take all I meant. You're welcome. Thank you. If there's a lot of stuff going on, so if you're not a part of this, maybe there's something you could be a part of later, or maybe you want to add this to your birdhouse so you can come back to it whenever you want, and just follow one of the other items later. There's always something for everybody. And just kind of throw this out there for all of you. I hear you. So many of you are saying you want some quick instant gratification sort of projects that we can work on. I hear you. I am 100% with you on that, because having made 4 sweaters in the last 2 months, and as you guys know, I'm a 2X, 3X, so these are not small sweaters. Like, it's a lot of knitting, a lot of crochet I've done going on. So I'm ready for some small stuff too. So the cowl, it's not as small as, you know, some other small things, but I am listening. So we are putting together some small projects for all of us to be have available to us as well. So it's going to be great. All right. I think that's everything. I've been on here a little bit more than 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I hope you guys got all the answers to everything that you need. When in doubt, reach out to customer service, contact@marleybird.com. You can always ask questions over in our Facebook group as well. Julia just put a link to our Facebook group over on YouTube. So if you are interested, you can always click on that. It's just Marley's, it's facebook.com/groups/Marley's Minions. And it's called the Marley's Minions by Crafty Community. It's a very, very friendly, beautiful site. It's a very friendly, beautiful group that kind, generous individuals. Make sure if you come and join, you answer all of the questions, because our moderators are very precise. We are very conscientious and do not let any bots or anything like that in there. So you have to answer all the questions. But I'm excited to see all of you and get you started. Remember, we're starting with a small little part. So you're not going to get discouraged. You're just going to kind of ease into this. But then on Monday, that's when the big stuff hits, and you're going to be working nonstop for like 2 weeks. We're going to get through this and we're going to have a good time. At least that's what I tell myself, right? All right, everybody, that's it for me tonight. I hope I answered your questions. If you have anything else, feel free to drop me a line, drop me an email. Don't forget to smash that like button. The link to all of this information is in the video description box right down there below, on YouTube or on Facebook. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.